The Billionaire family didn't welcome her. They interrogated her. The black woman stood at the head of the conference table while they questioned her education, mocked her intelligence, and demanded proof that she was even the CEO she claimed to be. Every insult hit harder than the last, but she never raised her voice. Because while they bragged about their dynasty and belittled her success, they were too blind to realize the real power in the room. The multi-hundred-million-dollar deal they were flaunting depended entirely on her signature. Alexis Monroe didn't need an introduction, but the Langford family insisted on pretending she did. They were a dynasty of inherited billions, convinced that legacy alone made them superior. Today, they were minutes away from signing a $750 million tech partnership with her corporation, Monarch Innovations, a deal their empire desperately needed to stay alive. She entered the grand conference suite, taking her place at the table. Around her sat Victor Langford, his son Brandon, and daughter Elena, each wearing entitlement like a badge of honor. Victor tapped his pen. "Before we begin, we'll need your identification again." Alexis blinked once. "You verified it twice already." Brandon smirked. "We can't be too careful. Anyone can claim to be a CEO nowadays." They passed her ID around as if inspecting counterfeit money. Elena leaned back. "Tell us again what small college you attended?" "I can't recall the name." "Stanford," Alexis replied evenly. Elena clicked her tongue. "Oh, well, anyone can get in with the right charity." The implication wasn't subtle. The staff looking on stiffened in discomfort. Alexis remained motionless. The disrespect didn't shake her. It revealed them. Victor cleared his throat. "We've reviewed your numbers. They look ambitious." He chuckled. "A woman in your position is lucky to be in the room with real power." A hush fell. Phones discreetly angled upward. People were recording. The Langfords didn't notice. They were too busy laughing. Brandon leaned close, voice low but loud enough. "Let's make this quick. We have a yacht event soon. Sign what we tell you to sign." Alexis looked directly at him. "I lead this transaction. You sign what I approve." Brandon's jaw tightened. "Watch your tone. This isn't some diversity program where you get special treatment." Victor nodded. "Yes, respect the hierarchy here, Miss Monroe. We built this world before people like you were invited to it." Alexis slowly tapped her screen, marking every word. "Noted." Elena scooted her chair just enough to send a message. "Please fetch us another water pitcher before we continue." Alexis didn't move. "That's not my role," she said. Elena scoffed, amused. "Oh dear, everyone serves someone. Don't be dramatic." Victor slapped a document down. "Sign this addendum. We reduced your shareholder protections." "Nothing major. If you truly believe you belong here, it shouldn't bother you." Alexis read the page. A blatant attempt to strip her authority if conflict arose. "No," she replied. Brandon stood abruptly. "This partnership benefits you far more than us, without our name attached. Monarch is just another company run by an inexperienced woman trying to act powerful." Alexis smiled lightly. "Is that what you believe?" "We don't believe," Elena snapped. "We know." The Langfords' legal team burst into laughter behind her. Some staff joined in, eager to stay on the winning side. Victor raised his voice so the room could hear, "This entire negotiation has dragged because you people always push above your station." Phones recorded openly now. Humiliation, public, fast, perfect. Alexis set the contract aside and folded her hands slowly. "This meeting is over." Brandon shrugged. "Fine, leave. We'll sign with someone who understands their place." Elena waved her off. "Security will escort you out." Alexis stood, but instead of heading to the door, she walked toward the wall of executives observing from a distance, the corporate authority board. She addressed them, not the Langfords. You've all reviewed the financials. You know the truth. Without Monarch's software infrastructure, Langford Holdings collapses within 12 months. Victor scoffed. Ridiculous. We have more assets than you have confidence. Alexis raised a single finger. Check page 1 of your own audit, she instructed. The board chair tapped his tablet. His expression drained of color. Alexis continued, voice rising with unwavering dominance. You aren't here to approve me. You're here because my company already acquired a 35% controlling interest in Langford Holdings last quarter. The deal we're discussing isn't a partnership. It's a rescue. Silence snapped the air. Elena shook her head. That's not possible. Alexis turned to Brandon. You should read everything you sign. The employees you ignore already know. The board chair stood. Her statement is accurate. Monarch Innovations has legal authority over this meeting. And the Langford administrative structure. Victor stood too, but his voice cracked. You tricked us. No, Alexis corrected gently. You underestimated me. A wave of murmurs rippled through the room. Investors watching the live stream looked horrified or thrilled. Alexis picked up the addendum Victor forced on her earlier. You reduced my shareholder protections. She tore the paper in half. So I'll reduce your future. She turned toward the executives at the wall. Effective immediately, suspend the Langford family from all decision-making roles pending evaluation. Freeze their board privileges and financial signatory authority. Security, real authority, arrived within seconds. Brandon's arrogance shattered. You can't do this. You did it to yourselves, Alexis replied. Each family member was escorted out separately, while every phone recorded the humiliation they once enjoyed inflicting. Alexis walked back to the seat she chose at the head of the table. She didn't sit. She didn't need to. The board chair cleared his throat. Final question. Should we proceed with the $750 million initiative? Alexis answered without hesitation. We'll proceed, without the Langfords. Her voice echoed like a verdict. The room stood for her. Alexis Monroe left the building with her head high, while the dynasty that mocked her scrambled in panic behind her. They believed she needed their empire. They never realized she already owned it.